Let me ask you something important. When you think about your future, 10 years from now, 20 years, 30 years, what do you see? Most men don't think about this. They are so caught up in the day-to-day grind that they never stop to consider that their neighbor life will actually look like as they age. But here's the reality. The decisions you make today, what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, how you manage stress. These decisions are literally determining the quality of your life 20, 30, 40 years from now. Most men think longevity is just about living longer. Add more years to your life. Live to 90 instead of 80, but that's not what longevity is really about. The truth is, what really matters is health span, no lifespan. Health span is the years you spend strong, sharp, energetic, independent, and fully engaged in life. What good is living to 95 if you're in a nursing home at 70, unable to walk, dependent on medications, your man fading? That's not longevity, that's just exciting. Real longevity is about living to 85 or 90 and still being able to hike, play with your grandkids, think clearly, have energy, maintain your independence and enjoy life. That's what this video is about. Today, I'm going to walk you through my complete longevity blueprint. This is everything I've learned from years of research, personal experimentation, and studying the science of aging. We're going to cover nutrition, strategies, movement and fitness protocols, sleep optimization, hormone management, supplements that actually work, mindset and mental health, and the daily habits that compound over decades. This is the most comprehensive guide I've never created. This is a guide I wish I had when I was 25. And make sure you stick around until the very end, because I'm going to share the single most powerful habit that adds years to your life. It's free, it takes 10 minutes, and most men never do it. This is going to be a longer video, about 30 to 1 hour, I don't know yet, because I want to give you everything. No fluff. Just actionable, science-based strategy you can implement starting today. I'm Thomas Hale, and if you want weekly hacks on health, energy, performance, and longevity for men over 25, hit that subscribe button right now. Alright, let's get started. Before we dive into the specific strategies, we need to establish the foundations. Because if you don't understand the principles, you'll just be following random tactics without a framework. Lifespan versus health span, the most important distinction. Let me define these terms clearly because this is the entire philosophy of longevity. Lifespan is how long you live, the number of years from birth to death. This is what most anti-aging research focuses on, extending the maximum numbers of years. Health span is how long you live well, the numbers of years you spend healthy, energetic, strong, independent, and cognitively sharp. Here's the problem. With modern medicine, we've gotten really good at extending lifespan, but we haven't extended health span at the same rate. People are living longer, but they're spending the last 10, 15, 20 years of their life in decline. Chronic disease, medications, loss of independence, cognitive decline. The goal of the longevity blueprint isn't just to add years to your life, it's to add life to your years, to compress the period of decline as much as possible and extend the period of vitality. Imagine this, you're 75 years old, you wake up with energy, you go for a hike, you play with your grandkids, your mind is sharp, you're not on 10 different medications, you're independent, strong and engaged in life. That's health span. That's the goal. Now, here most guys don't realize the decline doesn't start at 40 or 50. It starts at 25. After age 25, if you don't actively work to maintain your health, here's what's happened. Your testosterone starts declining by 1-2% per year. The time you're 40, you could have 20-30% less testosterone than you did at 25. Less testosterone means less muscle mass, more fat storage, lower energy, and reduced motivation. Your growth hormone production decreases. Growth hormone is crucial for muscle maintenance, fat burning, recovery, and cellular repair. As it declines, your body becomes less efficient at repairing itself. Your metabolism slows down. You lose muscle mass, which means you burn fewer calories at rest. If you keep eating the same amount, you gain fat. Your recovery time increases. A workout that used to take 24 hours to recover from now takes 48 to 70 hours. Your mitochondria, the powerhouse of your cells, become less efficient. This means less energy production at the cellular level. But here's the key insight. All of this accelerated by modern lifestyle factors. Chronic stress, processed food, lack of movement, poor sleep, constant digital stimulation, environmental toxins. These things speed up the aging process dramatically. The good news, you can slow it down. You can even reverse some of it. The core principle, compound interest of your body. Here's the fundamental principle of the longevity blueprint. Small daily habits compound over years and decades. You've probably heard of compound interest in finance, right? You invest 100 a month, and over 30 years, with compound interest, it turns into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Your health works the same way. A 15-minute walk after meals doesn't seem like much today, but do it every single day for 20 years, that's thousands of walks. That's improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, better cardiovascular health, and years added to your health span. Sleeping 7-8 hours instead of 5-6 doesn't seem life-changing today, but do it for 20 years. That's optimal hormone production, better brain health, reduced disease risk, and a higher quality of life in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. Eating 30 grams of protein at breakfast doesn't seem revolutionary today, but do it for 20 years. That's maintain muscle mass, better metabolism, and physical independence at your age. The decisions you make today don't just affect today. They compound over time and determine the quality of your life decades from now. That's why starting now, whether you're 25, 35, or 45, is so critical. Let's get into the specific strategies. Let's start with nutrition, because what you eat has a massive impact on how you age. Nutrition affects inflammation, hormones production, cellular repair, brain health, and your risk of chronic disease. But here's the good news. You don't need a complicated diet. You don't need to count macros or weight your food. You just need to follow a few key principles consistently. Principle 1. Eat protein at every meal. This is non-negotiable. If you want to age well, protein is the foundation of longevity nutrition. Here's why. As you age, you naturally lose muscle mass. This process is called sarcopenia. Starting around age 30, most of men lose 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade. Muscle mass isn't just about looking good, it's your longevity currency. Muscles keeps your metabolism high so you don't gain fat as easily. Supports your joints and prevents injury. It improves insulin sensitivity and blood sugar regulation. It maintains your physical independence as you age. The number one predictor of healthy aging is leg strength. If you can't get up from a chair without using your hands at 75, you're going to live longer and better than someone who can't. And you maintain muscle mass by eating enough protein and doing resistance training. How much protein do you need? Aim for 25-35 grams of protein per meal, minimum. If you're eating 3 meals a day, that's 75-105 grams. If you're training regularly or older than 40, aim for closer to 1 gram per pound of body weight. The best protein sources for longevity are the eggs. It's complete protein, rich in nutrients. Also, you can add for wild-caught fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel. It's high in omega-3s. You can have grass-fed beef. It's higher in omega-3 than CLA. Pasture-raised chicken and turkey. The Greek yogurt and cottage cheese. The legumes, beans, lentils, high in fiber too. Make protein the centerpiece of every meal. Everything else is built around it. Principle 2. Cut processed sugar and refined carbs. Sugar is one of the fastest ways to accelerate aging. Here's why. Sugar causes inflammation. Chronic inflammation is at the root of almost every age-related disease: heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancers. Sugar damages your cells through a process called glycation. When you eat sugar, it binds to protein in your body and forms harmful compounds called AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These literally age your cells faster. Sugar creates insulin resistance. Over time, constant blood sugar spikes make your cells resistant to insulin. This leads to type 2 diabetes, belly fat, and metabolic dysfunction. Sugar feeds cancer cells. Cancer cells thrive on sugar. Reducing sugar intake is one of the best ways to reduce cancer risk. Now, I'm not saying you can never have desserts again. I'm saying eliminate processed sugar from your daily diet. What to cut? The soda, energy drinks, fruit juice, candy, cookies, pastries, processed breakfast, cereals, sweetened yogurt, and flavored drinks. What you can have occasionally: dark chocolate, fresh fruit, natural sweeteners like honey in moderation. Focus on whole, unprocessed food, and your sugar intake will naturally decrease. Principle 3. Prioritize healthy fats. Fat is not your enemy. Your brain is 60% fat. Your hormones are made from cholesterol and fat. You need fat to live and age well. The key is eating the right kinds of fat. Omega-3 fatty acids. The anti-inflammatory protect your brain and heart. You can have it in wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel, in walnuts, in flax seeds and chia seeds, and you can supplement with high-quality fish oil. The monounsaturated fats support heart health and reduce inflammation. You can have it in the extra virgin olive oil, in the avocados, in the almonds, cashew, macadamia nuts. The saturated fat from whole food, it supports hormone production. Yes, saturated fat in moderation is fine. You can have it in grass-fed butter and ghee, coconut oil, fatty cuts of grass-fed meat, and in the eggs. What you need to avoid: the trans fat. Anything with partially hydrogenated oil, like excessive vegetable oils, soybean, corn, canola oil, high in omega-6, is pro-inflammatory. You need to avoid fried foods. Aim for 25–30% of your calories from healthy fats. This supports hormone production, reduces inflammation, and keeps you satisfied. Principle number 4. Intermittent fasting for cellular repair. The intermittent fasting is one of the most powerful longevity tools available. Here's why. The autophagy. When you fast for 12–16 hours, your body activates autophagy, which is cellular cleanup and recycling. All damaged cells get broken down and recycled. This is anti-aging at the cellular level. Improve insulin sensitivity. Fasting lowers insulin levels and improves how your cells respond to insulin. Better insulin sensitivity equals less fat storage and reduced disease risk. Fasting can increase growth hormone production by up to 500%, which supports muscle maintenance and fat burning. It reduces inflammation. Fasting lowers inflammatory markers through your body. You don't need to do extreme fasting. Start with 12–14 hour overnight fast. Eat finished dinner by 8 p.m. and don't eat again until 8–10 a.m. the next morning. Once that feels easy, extend to 14–16 hours if you want additional benefits. During your fasting window, you can drink water, black coffee, and plain tea. Anything with calories breaks the fast. Principle 5. The longevity plate. What it looks like. Let me give you a practical template for longevity-friendly meal. On your plate: vegetable, dark leafy green, broccoli, bell peppers, Brussels sprouts. Quarter of your plate should be high-quality protein: fish, chicken, beef, eggs, legumes. The quarter of your plate, complex carb or healthy fats, like sweet potato, quinoa, brown rice, avocado, or nuts. And you can add some extra, like virgin olive oil drizzled on vegetable. This is an example meal. You can have a grey salmon, large serving of roasted broccoli and spinach with olive oil, and a small serving of quinoa or sweet potato. In the side you can have an avocado. This is simple and whole foods, high in nutrients, anti-inflammatory. This is what longevity nutrition looks like in practice. Eat like this like 80% of the time and you're on track for a long, healthy life. Alright, let's talk about movement and fitness. Because you cannot age well if you're sedentary. Movement is medicine. Exercise is the closest thing we have to a longevity drug. But here's what most guys get wrong. They think longevity fitness is just about doing cardio to keep their health healthy. That's only part of it. Longevity fitness has 4 pillars: strength, walking, mobility, and cardiovascular conditioning. You need all 4. Pillar number 1, strength training. Your longevity insurance policy. Muscle mass is your longevity currency. I already mentioned this with nutrition, but it's worth repeating because it's that important. The strongest predictor of healthy aging is leg strength and muscle mass. If you can squat, deadlift and get up from the floor without assistance in your 70s and 80s, your quality of life will be dramatically higher than your peers who can't. The strength training, it maintains muscle mass and bone density, boosts testosterone and growth hormone, improves insulin sensitivity, increases resting metabolic rate, it reduces injury risk, it improves balance and coordination. The protocol, you need to train 3-4 times per week, 45-60 minutes per session. Focus on compound movements. This is exercise that work multiple muscle groups, like the squat, front squat, back squat, goblet squat. You have the deadlift, conventional, Romanian, trap bar. You have the presses, bench press, overhead press, push-ups. The rows, with the barbell rows, dumbbell rows, cable rows, the pull-up and chin-ups, or the lunges and step-ups. Use progressive overload. Gradually increase weight, reps, or sets over time. Your body adapts to stimulus. You have to keep challenging it. You don't need to lift like a powerlifter, but you do need to lift with intention and consistency. This is an example weekly split. Monday you can do lower body, squats, Romanian deadlifts, lunges. Wednesday, upper body push with the bench press, overhead press, push-ups. Friday you go for lower body with the deadlift, leg press, step-ups, and Saturday upper body pull, row, pull-ups, face pull. And you rest day in between for recovery. This is enough to maintain and build muscle through your life. Pillar number 2, the walking, the most underrated longevity tool. Walking doesn't sound sexy. It's not intense. It doesn't make you sweat. But it might be the single most important movement pattern for longevity. Add a regular walking helps regulate blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity, reduces stress and lowers cortisol, supports cardiovascular health without overtaxing your system. It maintains lower body strength and joint health. It improves digestion. It gives you time to think and process. The target is 7,000 to 10,000 steps per day. This isn't about getting all your steps in one walk. It's about moving through the day. Morning walk, 2,000 to 3,000 steps. Walk during lunch break, 1,000 to 2,000 steps. Walk after dinner, 2,000 to 3,000 steps. And movement through the workday, 2,000 to 3,000 steps. This is my pro tip. Walk after meals, especially lunch and dinner. This blends blood sugar spikes by 20 to 30% and improves digestion. I'll talk more about these habits at the end. But walking is low stress, sustainable for life, and incredibly effective. Don't underestimate it. Pillar number 3, mobility and flexibility. Don't age stiff. As you age, if you don't actively work on mobility, you become stiff, rigid, and prone to injury. Your joints lose range of motion. Your posture deteriorates. You start moving like an old person. This isn't inevitable, it's preventable. Mobility and flexibility training you can add to your routine. It maintains joint health and range of motion, prevents injury, improves posture and reduces pain. Keeps you moving freely as you age. This is the protocol you can use. Spend 10-15 minutes per day on mobility work. The morning you can do 5-10 minutes of light stretching and joint circles. The neck, the shoulders, the hips and the ankles. After workouts, you can do 10 minutes of static stretching for the muscle you train, and weekly 1-2 sessions of yoga, pilates, or dedicated mobility work, 20 to 30 minutes. The key area to focus on: the hip flexor, most men are tight here from sitting, the hamstring, the thoracic spine, upper back mobility, the shoulders, the ankles. You can use tools like foam roller, lacrosse balls, and resistance bands to help. The goal isn't to become a contortionist. The goal is to maintain functional range of motion so you can move well for life. Pillar number 4. The cardiovascular conditioning. Build your engine. Cardiovascular fitness is a powerful predictor of longevity, specifically your VO2 max, the maximum amount of oxygen your body can use during exercise. Studies show that people with higher VO2 max live longer and have lower rates of chronic disease. But here's the key: you don't need to run marathons. Long, slow cardio can actually be counterproductive. It increases cortisol, breaks down muscle, and isn't time efficient. Instead, focus on high-intensity interval training 1-2 times per week. Example of HIIT protocol: 20 minutes total, 5-minute warm-up, light jog or bike, 8 rounds of 20 seconds all-out effort, sprint, bike, row, 40 seconds active recovery, walk, slow pace, and 5 minutes where you cool down. This trains your cardiovascular system efficiently without breaking down muscle or spiking cortisol excessively. Do this 1-2 times per week and your cardiovascular fitness will be excellent. And if you're putting it all together, it will be the weekly movement blueprint. Here what a complete week of longevity fitness looks like. Monday, strength training, lower body plus 10k steps. Tuesday, walking plus mobility work. Wednesday, strength training, upper push plus 10k steps. Thursday, HIIT session plus mobility work. Friday, strength training, lower body plus 10k steps. Saturday, strength training, upper pull plus long walk. Sunday, active recovery, yoga, stretching, light walk. This covers all your 4 pillars: strength, walking, mobility, and cardiovascular conditioning. You're training 4 days per week, but it's varied, balanced, and sustainable for decades. This is how you maintain strength, mobility, and vitality as you age. Quick pause before continuing the video. If you like the video and you are new here, please subscribe. It really means a lot and helps the channel. Also, if you're finding this helpful, please hit the like button. And finally, if you think something could be better, or if you want me to make a video on a specific subject, tell me in the comments. All of this really helps more guys over 25 discover these hacks on the channel. And I'll post new videos every week on biohacking, energy, and longevity, so no one will miss out. Thank you so much. Let's talk about sleep. Because sleep is the #1 longevity hack. Nothing else, not diet, not exercise, not supplements, has as much impact on how you age as sleep. Why sleep is the foundation of longevity. Here, what happens when you sleep. Your body produces testosterone and growth hormone. About 60-70% of your daily testosterone is produced during deep sleep. Growth hormone peaks during deep sleep and is responsible for muscle repair, fat burning, and cellular regeneration. Your brain clears out toxins. During sleep, your brain has a cleaning system called the lymphatic system that removes waste products and toxins that accumulate during the day. This is crucial for preventing cognitive decline and Alzheimer's. Your immune system recharges. Sleep is when your body fights off infection and repairs damage. Chronic poor sleep destroys your immune function. Your cells repair themselves. Sleep is when your body does the majority of cellular repair and maintenance. Your memories are consolidated. Sleep is essential for learning, memory, and cognitive function. Now, here's the scary part. Poor sleep accelerates aging faster than almost anything else. 1 week of sleeping only 5 to 6 hours per night can decrease testosterone by 10-15%, increase cortisol and stress hormones, impair insulin sensitivity, increase hunger hormones and cravings, weaken immune function, impair cognitive function. So the chronic poor sleep is linked to Alzheimer's and dementia, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression, and early death. Sleep is non-negotiable if you want to age well. And this is the sleep optimization protocol. Let me give you the complete protocol for optimizing your sleep. Step number 1. Prioritize duration. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Not 5 to 6, 7 to 9. Most men need at least 7.5 hours to get enough deep sleep and REM sleep cycles. Step number 2. Keep a consistent schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body runs on circadian rhythm. Consistency trains your body to fall asleep and wake up naturally. Step number 3. Optimize your environment temperature. Keep your room between 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Cool temperatures promote deep sleep. Make your room pitch black. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask. Even small amounts of light disrupt sleep. Use earplugs or a white noise machine if needed. The silent or consistent background noise is best. Invest in a quality mattress and pillows. You spend a third of your life in bed. Step number 4. Control the light exposure. In the morning, get bright light within 30 minutes of working. This sets your circadian rhythm. In the evening, dim the lights after sunset. Use warm, low lighting. This signals to your brain it's time to wind down. In the night, no screen 1 hour before bed. Blue light from phones, laptop, and TV suppresses melatonin. If you must use screen, wear blue light blocking glasses. Step number 5. Create an evening wind down routine. Don't expect to go from full mental intensity to sleep instantly. You need a transition routine. 1 hour before bed, turn off screens, dim the lights, read a physical book, do light stretching or yoga. You can write in a journal down tomorrow's task. You can practice deep breathing or meditation, and all of this will signal to your body it's time to sleep. Step number 6. Supplement with magnesium. Take 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate 30 minutes before bed. The magnesium relaxes your muscles and nervous system, helps you fall asleep faster, and improves sleep quality. About 70 to 80% of people are deficient in magnesium, so this alone can transform your sleep. Step number 7. Avoid sleep disruptors. No caffeine after 2 p.m. Caffeine has a 5 to 6 hours half-life. If you drink coffee at 4 p.m., half of it is still in your system at 10 p.m. Limit alcohol. The alcohol might make you fall asleep faster, but it destroys your sleep quality. It suppresses REM sleep and causes you to wake up multiple times. Don't eat large meals late at night. Finish dinner 2-3 hours before bed. Your body can't sleep deeply if it's busy digesting. Manage your stress during the day. If you're carrying stress into bed, you won't sleep well. Use stress management techniques through the day, which we'll cover shortly. The stress and cortisol is a silent ager. Let's talk about stress, because chronic stress and elevated cortisol accelerate aging dramatically. The cortisol is your stress hormone. In the short term, it's helpful. It gives you energy and focus to handle challenges. But chronic elevated cortisol breaks down muscle tissue, increases fat storage, especially around your belly, suppresses testosterone production, weakens your immune system, impairs memory and cognitive function, disrupts sleep, increases inflammation. The chronic stress literally ages you faster. Here, the stress management protocol. Daily practice to lower cortisol, like in the morning, 10 minutes of sunlight exposure and light movement. Through the day, deep breathing, exercise 5 minutes 2-3 times per day. In the afternoon, 10-15 minutes walk without your phone. In the evening, wind down routine, reading, stretching, journaling. In the weekly practice, it's 1-2 times per week, sauna or hot bath, 15 to 20 minutes. Weekly time in nature, forest walk, beach, park. You can add social connection with friends or family. And in the monthly, take a full day off from work and obligation. The key is stress management isn't optional. It's essential for longevity. You cannot out-supplement or out-exercise chronic stress. You have to manage it actively. Alright, let's talk about hormones and smart supplementation. Because your hormones determine how you age, and most men are deficient in key nutrients. Testosterone, the master hormone for men. Testosterone isn't just about muscle and libido. It's about vitality, energy, motivation, cognitive function, bone density, and overall health. After age 25, testosterone declines by about 1-2% per year. By age 40, you could have 20 to 30% less testosterone than you did at 25. Low testosterone accelerates aging. It makes you lose muscle, gain fat, feel tired, lose motivation, and increases your risk of chronic disease. How to boost testosterone naturally? Sleep 7 to 9 hours per night. This is the foundation. 70% of your testosterone is produced during sleep. Strength train 3 to 4 times per week. Heavy compound lift boosts testosterone naturally. Get morning sunlight. Sunlight exposure increases vitamin D, which supports testosterone production. Eat enough healthy fats. The testosterone is made from cholesterol. If you're eating low fat, you're starving your hormones. Manage stress and lower cortisol. High cortisol suppresses testosterone. Limit the alcohol. Even moderate drinking lowers testosterone significantly. Avoid endocrine disruptors. Plastics, BPA, pesticides, and synthetic chemicals disrupt hormones. Use glass and stainless steel containers. Choose organic produce when possible. Avoid plastic water bottles. Do these things consistently and you'll maintain healthy testosterone levels naturally. Let's add some supplement essential. Let me be clear, supplements don't replace healthy habits, but they can fill nutritional gaps and give you an edge. Most guys are taking 20 different supplements they don't need while being deficient in the basics. Here are the 5 essentials. Supplement number 1, vitamin D3. 2 to 5,000 IU daily. Most men are deficient in vitamin D. It supports testosterone, immune function, mood, and bone health. Take it with vitamin K2 for synergistic benefits. Supplement 2, omega-3 fatty acids. 1 to 2 grams daily. It's anti-inflammatory, it supports brain health, protects your heart. Take high-quality fish oil or krill oil with at least 1000 mg EPA plus DHA. Supplement number 3, magnesium. 3 to 400 mg daily. It improves sleep, reduces stress, supports testosterone, involved in 300 plus enzymatic reactions. Take magnesium glycinate before bed. Supplement number 4, zinc. 15 to 30 mg daily. It's crucial for testosterone and immune health. If you train hard, you lose zinc through sweat. Don't exceed 30 mg to avoid copper imbalance. Supplement number 5, creatine monohydrate. 5 grams daily. It's not just for muscle. Creatine improves strength, brain function, memory, and cellular energy production. It's one of the most researched and effective supplements. That's it, 5 basics. Cover these and you're ahead of 95% of men. The alcohol and toxin, what you need to avoid. Alcohol, even moderate drinking, accelerates aging. Alcohol lowers your testosterone by 20% plus for days after consumption. It disrupts sleep quality, increases inflammation, damages your liver, impairs recovery. If you drink, limit to 1-2 drinks per week maximum. Choose spirits over beer. Beer contains phytoestrogen that act like estrogen in your body. The endocrine disruptors. These are chemicals that mimic hormones and disrupt your endocrine system. BPA and phthalates, found in plastics, use glass or stainless steel. Pesticides on conventional produce. Buy organic when possible, at least for the dirty dozen. Synthetic fragrance. Use fragrance-free products. Non-stick cookware. Use cast iron or stainless steel. These small changes reduce your toxic load and protect your hormones. Now, let's talk about something most longevity content in yours: mindset, purpose, and mental health. Because longevity isn't just physical. Your mental and emotional health determine how long and how well you live. The purpose is the longevity factor studies consistently show that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer. Having purpose means you have a reason to get up in the morning. You're working toward meaningful goals. You feel your life has direction and significance. Men without purpose, like men who retire and have nothing to do, men who lose their sense of identity, they decline rapidly. The purpose gives you motivation, keeps your brain engaged, and gives you a reason to take care of yourself. So, how to cultivate purpose? Find your ikigai, the Japanese concept of your reason of being. What do you love? What are you good at? What does the world need? What can you be paid for? The intersection of this is your ikigai. Set meaningful long-term goals, not just career or financial goals. Goals related to health, relationship, contribution, learning, and legacy. Ask yourself, what do I want my life to look like in 10, 20, 30 years? What kind of person do I want to be? What do I want to contribute? Having clear answers to these questions gives you direction and motivation. Now, gratitude and mental health. Gratitude isn't just feel-good fluff. It's a longevity practice. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude have lower levels of stress and cortisol. They sleep better, they have strong immune systems, they experience less depression and anxiety, they have better relationships. Here, the daily gratitude practice. Every evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Specific things, not generic. Examples: I'm grateful for the conversation I had with my friend today. I'm grateful for the morning sunlight during my work. I'm grateful for my health and ability to train today. This simple practice rewires your brain over time to focus on abundance instead of scarcity, positivity instead of negativity. It improves your mental health, reduces stress, and contributes to longevity. Now, the social connection, the forgotten longevity factor. Here's a stat that should shock you. Loneliness and social isolation are as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes per day. Strong social connections help reduce stress and lower cortisol, boost immune function, reduce risk of depression and anxiety. It improves cognitive function, increase lifespan by up to 50%. Modern men are most isolated than ever. We work from home with core instead of socializing. We have hundreds of online friends, but few deep relationships. So, how to build strong social connections? You need to do weekly. Have at least one meal or activity with friends or family in person, not over text. And monthly, do something social. Join a sport league, a book club, a men's group, a hobby community. Daily, you can have at least one meaningful conversation. Put your phone away and actually connect. Prioritize quality over quantity. It's better to have 3-5 close friends than hundreds acquaintances. Invest in your relationship like you invest in your health. They are just as important for longevity. Now is the environment and nature exposure. Your environment affects your health more than you realize. Time in nature helps to reduce stress and lower cortisol, improves mood and mental health, boosts the immune function, reduces inflammation, increases vitamin D from sunlight. Here's a protocol. You can weekly spend at least 2-3 hours in nature, add a forest walk, hiking, beach time, parks. Daily, if possible, even 10-15 minutes outside in nature makes a difference. The mindset. Use nature time to disconnect. No phone, no music, no distraction. Just be present. Studies show that people who spend regular time in nature have lower rates of chronic disease and live longer. Nature isn't luxury, it's medicine. We've covered a lot: nutrition, fitness, sleep, hormones, supplements, mindset. But if you could only do one thing from this entire masterclass, what should it be? The single most powerful habit for longevity is this: take a 10-15 minutes walk after every meal. Let me explain why this is so effective. It helps regulate blood sugar. When you eat, especially carbs, your blood sugar rises. If it stays elevated for too long, insulin stores it as fat. But when you walk after eating, your muscles use that blood sugar for energy instead of it being stored as fat. Walking after meals can reduce blood sugar spikes by 20 to 30%. This improves insulin sensitivity, reduces fat storage, and lowers your risk of diabetes. It improves digestion. Walking stimulates your digestive system and helps food move through more efficiently. It reduces bloating, gas, and discomfort. It adds up over time. 3 15-minute walk per day equal 45 minutes of walking equal about 4,000 to 5,000 steps. Do this every single day for 20 years, that's over 3 million steps. That improves cardiovascular health, better metabolic function, and years added to your health span. It's simple, free, and sustainable. You don't need equipment, you don't need a gym membership, you don't need special skills. Just walk for 10 to 15 minutes after lunch and dinner. That's it. The implementation: set a reminder on your phone for 30 minutes after your main meal. When it goes off, get up and walk. Around your neighborhood, at your office, wherever. Just walk. Don't rush, don't make it intense, just a casual, easy walk. Do this every single day and you're literally adding longevity with every step. This one habit, walking after meal, might be the best return on investment longevity practice you can do. Alright, that's the complete longevity blueprint. Let's recap the key principles. Nutrition, protein at every meal. Cut processed sugar, prioritize healthy fats, practice intermittent fasting. Movement, strength training 3 to 4 times per week. Walk 7 to 10k steps daily. Maintain mobility. Do it 1-2 sessions per week. Sleep 7 to 9 hours every night in a cool, dark room. Consistent schedule. Wind down routine. Hormones. Optimize testosterone naturally. Supplement with the 5 essentials. Mindset. Cultivate purpose, practice gratitude, build strong social connection, and spend time in nature. And the number one habit, walk 10 to 15 minutes after every meal. These aren't extreme measures. These are simple, sustainable habits that compound over decades give you a long, healthy, vibrant life. You don't need to do everything perfectly starting tomorrow. Pick 2-3 things from this masterclass and focus on those for the next month. Master them, then add more. Small, consistent actions over time create massive results. Now, I want to hear from you. Which area do you struggle with most right now? Nutrition, sleep, stress management, or fitness? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love to help you troubleshoot. If this masterclass was valuable to you, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube this content is worth sharing and helps push it to more men who need to see it. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every single week on health, optimization, biohacking, energy, and longevity for men over 25. Check the description below. I'll link my complete supplement stack, a free downloadable longevity guide with all the protocol from this video and the books that change how I think about aging and health. Thanks for watching this masterclass. I'm Thomas Hale and I'll see you in the next one. Now, go take a walk.